issues that trended this week, the political issues that trended this week, and I have Peter Nosike in the studio who will be analyzing these political issues that trended this week. My name is Biblas Chidi, and we are going to do this together. Now, let's take the first of the story that trended this week. The first on the list here is that of P2B. P2B raised an alarm that immense pressure was being mounted on him to leave the country by the Nigerian government. All right, and in the morning I read this tweet to you and I told you that I will be coming this evening to analyze these stories that we have here. So I'm going to read this tweet, what P2B tweeted, so that we can look into it, analyze it. You say your mind, we say ours, and that's how it is. All right, P2B said in his tweet that the attempt to manipulate Nigerians is very sad and wicked. Our legal team have been instructed to take appropriate legal action against People's Gazettes and others, while we can on all concerned Nigerians and the international community to implore the APC and the APC-led government to stop the nasty attacks on my person, as I am focused and committed to lawfully and peacefully retrieve our mandate to secure and unite our nation, take Nigeria from consumption to production, pull millions of Nigerians out of multidimensional poverty, especially in the north, and jumpstart prosperity through agricultural, industrial, and technological revolution remained unchanged. And even Femi Fani-Kayode told P2B to do us a favor, go and never come back, that he should go to exile. So now, Peter Nosike, the issue is, what advice do you have for P2B? Are you encouraging him to actually go on exile and never come back, like Femi Fani-Kayode said?
Well, the truth is that the fear of P2B is making politicians and the people in APC to be acting irrationally. It is making them to be losing their senses. For Femi Fani-Kayode, the respect I have for the Aburus at Oshodi is far more than the one that I have for Kayode. Understand? So I have no iota of respect for him. Obasanjo just finished him when he said that Fani Kayode cries for food. Anywhere his stomach faces,
Mark infrastructure.
that's where his interest. So to me, I respect the Aburus at Oshodi and mine too more than I respect Fani Kayode. That's number one. Then on the issue of pressurizing Peter Obi to go on exile, you know, I want to take you back to 1993 when MKO Abiola won the election. So he went to the United States. Until today, people are still using that against him. That Abiola won an election. Instead of staying in Nigeria to fight for his mandate, he ran to America. So it is this same thing that these people are trying to do P2B.
To pressurize him.
To pressurize him to leave his mandate and go elsewhere. And the idea is this: once he leaves Nigeria, those who are supporting him, they will now be manipulating them, saying, look, the person that you are fighting for has run away. Why are you still fighting? So for me, P2B should go nowhere. He should stay in Nigeria. The APC-led government and others say go to court. He has gone to court. He has to see through the court processes. So those who are saying that he should go away, he is not going anywhere. He will stay in Nigeria until the outcome of the appeal court and Supreme Court. So in the net, even most of them will run away, while P2B will still be here. So those that are trying to put pressure on him are just wasting time. They cannot, because they are seeing that they are not likely going to get their victory in the Supreme Court. And you know, when nature want to turn against you, you will not know. They thought that they have succeeded in their rigging, but Abuja FCT is holding them on their neck. They don't know how they can circumvent the Abuja. So they feel that the only way that they can get back be in power is for P2B to go on exile. But what did P2B do to go on exile? What did P2B do to go on exile? You go on exile if you commit the offense. But P2B has not committed any offense. He went to court, which is a civilized thing to do. And somebody who has gone to court, you are telling him to go on exile. Why? To leave the cases that he had filed and go on exile. So as I said, the fear of P2B has become the beginning of wisdom to INEC, to APC-led government, to Tinubu supporters and the enemies of the country.
But what do you think about the nasty attacks you mentioned from APC-led government?
Well, for me, that's I feel the elections are over, and you feel that you win. You are still attacking the person that you defeated. You see it?
It's quite funny.
So they feel that they won the election. Why are you still fighting P2B? One Joe Ibokwe said, wait for more audio tapes. Okay, if you have a tape on me that is contesting an election, when are you supposed to release the audio tape? Is it before the election that to hurt my chances, or after the election?
It should be before the election.
It should be before the election. So what is happening now, everything that they are bringing now is just being fabricated to discredit P2B. But it's not going to work. Because one, P2B has become the face of the struggling masses. P2B has become the face of a new Nigeria. P2B has become the bridge for the future of Nigerians yet unborn. So there's nothing that they can bring now, there's nothing that they can throw on him now that will stand. So let them bring 1,000 tapes, it will not amount to nothing. Because if they have anything concrete on him, they will have brought it before the election. So whatever they are manufacturing now cannot stand.
All right, Peter Anosike, before you continue, let me open the phone lines now so people that are listening can contribute to the conversation. Well, if you want to join us, if you want to contribute to the conversation, do well to call us on 0700 903 903 903. 0700 903 903 903. You can also go watch us live on YouTube, because we are streaming live on YouTube at Voice of the People 90.3 FM. All right, that's been it. Let's go to another news. The second one I have here is that the federal government disclosed on Wednesday that it has secured $800 million from the World Bank to share as palliative to vulnerable Nigerians when petroleum subsidy is removed. Now, listen to what the Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning said in the person of Hajia Zainab Ahmed. She said, we are on course. We are having different stakeholders engagement. All right, let me take this call before I continue. Hello? Hello? All right, we lost that call. Please do well to call us back, 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good evening. Hello? All right. Hajia Zainab Ahmed, the Minister of Finance, said that, and I quote, we are on course. We are having different stakeholders engagement. We have secured some funding from the World Bank. That is the first tranche of palliatives that will enable us give cash transfers to the most vulnerable in our society that have now been registered in our National Social Register. Today, that register has a list of 10 million households. 10 million households is equivalent to about 50 million Nigerians. Then the question is, Peter and CK, how did they get these names? Who are included in this register? Was there a time where Nigerians were asked to register for palliative, maybe physically or online? So, I don't know. What do you think about that?
Well, for me, I would say that it seems that INEC has joined the Ministry of Finance because this is another rigging. This is another rigging. How did they get the 10 million names on the National Social Register? And according to them, the 10 million names is equal to 50 million Nigerians. You know, now they are putting the Nigerian population at 214 million. So the 50 million is a kind of about let me say 26% of the total population. And to show you that this is rigging, one, they said that these are the vulnerable Nigerians that they will be transferring money to. So what this means that these most vulnerable Nigerians have bank accounts, and they also have phones. Understand? So the poorest of the poor in Nigerians have bank accounts.
All right, let's take this call. Hello, good evening. All right, I really do not know what is happening. It could be network, it could be, I don't know, but you just have to call in 0700 903 903 903. 0700 903 903 903. You can also call us on WhatsApp on 0700 903 903 9. All right, Peter and CK, let's continue this conversation.
So for me, it seems that INEC has joined the Ministry of Finance. It seems that INEC has joined Ministry of Finance. Now they have rigged in 10 million names. And according to them, this 10 million names is equal to 50 million Nigerians. What this simply means is that 10 million, each person has 5 families.
All right, sorry, Peter and CK. It seems you're having issues with our phone line. Let me call another phone line so people can contribute to the conversation. Hello? Hello, good evening. I think this is coming from my end. All right, please do well to call us on 0816 442 5875. Take the number down, 0816 442 5875. Let me call the number for the last time, 0816 442 5875. Okay? Hello, good evening. Hello? Please turn down the volume on your radio set so we can hear you clearly. All right, the number still remains the same, 0816 442 5875. You can also call us on WhatsApp on 0700 903 903 9. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good
How are
evening
you?
to you. Fine, thank you. What's your name and location?
My name is Eze Theophilus. I'm calling from Ojo, Lagos.
All right, Eze, let's go ahead.
Yes, I just want to make my own contribution. I think, who is this man? His name?
Peter
talking on this
Anosike.
radio. The man talking on the radio.
Yes, Peter
The
Anosike.
person you are interviewing right now.
Yes.
The man have just said everything on. You have a fight with somebody and you say you want that person. Why wouldn't you allow that person to rest? They should wait for the time for the courts to decide who is the winner. Why are you not asking that person that should go for an exile on something you know that you know is right? So we should just calm down and see the end of the journey. And I also pray for P2B and also Nigeria in general that they should follow the right procedure to make sure they get their mandate. And I know victory is sure at the end of the day. And I say, good evening and have a lovely weekend.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much. Thank you so much for that beautiful contribution. I think I share his sentiments
Well,
because
I share the same because the process is this. If you feel that you did not get what you deserve, the most civilized thing to do.
hello, good evening. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good evening. Good evening to you. What's your name and location? Hello. All right. It's no longer from my end. The phone number to call is 0816 442 5875.
So, if you feel that injustice is meted to you, the right thing to do is not to take the law into your hand, but to go to court. So,
Sorry, we have a call. Hello, good evening. All right, go ahead.
so if you feel that injustice has been meted to you, the right thing to do, the most civilized thing to do is to go to court to seek for a redress.
Hello, good evening.
Afternoon.
All right. What's your name and location? Your name and location.
It's my name. I'm calling from Surulere. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, but I didn't get your name, please.
Maka.
All right, Amaka, what's your contribution? Let's go.
Okay. My contribution is said, let everybody so that this outcome from my contribution.
All right, thank you very much, Amaka. Even though we found it difficult
I
hearing
didn't.
you.
I didn't get what she said.
All right, if you can
So-
call back, do well to call
So
back.
if you feel that injustice has been meted to you, the right and the most civilized thing to do is to go to court to seek for a redress. And this is what P2B did.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening to you. Please help us turn down the volume on your radio set.
My name is Maurice.
All right,
I'm
Maurice.
calling from Lagos. Yes.
Okay, please go ahead.
I don't think anybody is telling him to go to exile. He feels that he wants that. And as the matter is in the court, why must somebody be talking about war or a military takeover? You went to court. You have to wait for court to decide. Not at the same time going around talking some things that you're not supposed to. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. But I don't think Peter Obi is going around. He's been attacked and he has the right to say his mind.
Well, you have said what Fanika Yode said.
Yes.
That P2B should
do us a favor, go and never come back.
Should do them a favor. Should do them a favor.
Okay, them, not us.
Not us. Should do them a favor and go and never come back.
All right, let's take this call. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
Fine, thank you. What's your name and location?
My name is Christopher Serki. I'm calling from Ojo.
All right, Christopher, let's go.
Yes, I would like to comment your commentator there. I think he's doing a good job. He is a good analyst. The truth about this is they've been looking for a way of nipping Peter Obi after so many allegations. The other one, they said he's inciting his fans against the election that just ended. But of course, and there was, even when the outcome was not favorable, he still kept telling his fans to keep calm and follow the constitutional process to get his mandate. And I don't see anything inciting there. Now they are coming with an audio that has no basis, and there's no evidence of truth in that. All this, of course, the last person I just spoke, I don't think he's getting the information right. How can you be somebody is fighting for his mandate and you are still intimidating him? There's no need for all of this. If you know you are sincere and the conduct of the election was fair and free, allow it be. Already the case in the court. Why the unnecessary victimization and whatever attack on an innocent man who is actually fighting for his mandate? People have actually made their position known. They have voted for who they want. So it's still his mandate or the mandate of the people, and he has taken the right step by going to the court. So they should allow the court to decide. Even though we don't trust the judiciary today, but that with the fact he has and what we have seen, they can hide the truth. So we should allow the court to come with the truth and let everybody know where the truth lies. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Christopher. Thank you for that contribution. All right, Peter Nosike, people are commenting on P2B. I really want them to comment on P2B and comment on the subsidy removal and the palliative that the Hajia Zainab talked about. So you were saying something before the call came.
I'm saying, the issue of P2B, what P2B said with his own mouth, that he's been pressured to go on exile. It is not we that said it. He said it with his own mouth. That the APC-led federal government and their agents are threatening him, are pressurizing him to go on exile. Then one of their spokesperson.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, madam.
Good evening to you. What's your name and location?
My name is Nanko.
All right, Nanko, where are you calling us from?
Yes. I like what the speaker, the man talking now, is saying. He's talking on behalf of Obi, and what I want him to do, I'm talking of Obi, what I want him to do is that if he doesn't like pronouncement of the INEC, he has the right to declare himself the president of Nigeria come May 29. So we youth of Nigeria, we are solidly behind him.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
All right, thank you. But is that really possible? What he just said now?
Well, for me, Obi has gone to court. He should wait for the court processes.
All right, let's take this call. Hello, good evening.
Yeah.
Good evening. What's your name and location?
Yeah, my name is Godwin.
Calling us from where?
I'm calling from Jego.
All right, Godwin, please go ahead.
Yes. I want to comment on the issue that is at hand. The last caller said he could declare himself. Such talk, I don't have any support for that kind of thing. Why should Obi declare himself?
No, Obi has gone to court, which is the right thing to do.
He has gone to court, and that is the normal thing.
The right thing to do, yes.
So Obi himself does not imagine declaring himself. But we all know that the court, the judiciary that we have, is not likely to be different from the INEC that we had. But that is what we have for now. We cannot go and manufacture another judiciary. So let us rely on whatever the pronouncement of the judiciary or the court system we do on the issue. But for one thing I know, the situation could have been worse if we were not careful. Because I know sincerely that the government didn't even want Shiwaju. They were planning to make sure that Atiku could take over. But for me, I am much more comfortable seeing Shiwaju taking over than Atiku. So, as it is, if I am close to Obi, I would have told him that Tinubu should engage Obi to talk so that these things can be resolved. Obi is still much younger, and by the very special grace of God, we know that He has shown a remarkable whatever in this exercise. And Nigerians will not forget him so soon. I believe that if Obi had won this election, the fortune of Nigeria would have changed certainly. Yes, but since there are people who are determined for Nigeria not to be great, I will not want to be to involve in that in anything that will not promote his name. Nature has a way of preserving itself, and so I will encourage Obi to engage on everything that is legal, but that if he should fail, he should take heart. I don't want him to look at people like Gani and people like Lai, the information minister, and all that kind of a thing. All those people, we know the antecedent and we know what they stand for. So that is my own contribution.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you for that contribution. All right, Peter, go ahead.
What he said is his own opinion. What he said is his own opinion. And this is the voice of the people. It has been thrown open for people to say what they feel like.
All right, let's take this call. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening to you. What's your name and location?
Okay, my name is Mike. I'm coming from Ojo.
All right, go ahead, please.
Yeah, I want to comment on that P2B issue. People are talking P2B. The election has been won and lost, and the matter is in court. So I don't know why the obedient people are promoting this and that. I don't know whether it's going to do magic. A winner has emerged and a loser at the same time. So if the case is in court, let's wait for the court process.
All right, but I want to correct an impression. Obedient people did not say anything. That's not what we said. We said that P2B is being pressured to go on exile, and that is exactly what P2B said. So that's the topic at hand.
He's the one that made that statement.
Of course.
If there is anybody that pressurizes him to go on exile, let him call the name of that person or the people who are pressurizing him to go on exile. Not telling people that some people are pressurizing him. This matter is before the court.
All right, sorry about that. We lost the call. Let's go ahead, Peter Nosiki.
So this is the voice of the people, and everybody saying what he or she feels like.
All right, sorry. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you. What's your name and location?
My name is Anayo. I'm calling from Ogun State.
All right, Anayo, please go ahead.
So, please, I want to contribute. In this case now of P2B and Tinubu, is there any need of swearing anybody in while the case is in the court? Because I believe that swearing someone in is to worsen the situation.
Okay, you're asking a question.
Yes, because they are taking us swearing in while the case is in the court. Is there any? It does not make sense to swear in, because when they swear in now, they will be embezzling our money, doing case with Obi, and at the end of the day, Obi we lose up.
All right, thank you. Analyst here will answer your question, Anayo. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Well, what I want to say is that there's already a precedent. In 2003, when Obi contested, Chris Ngige was declared victory, and Chris Ngige was sworn in. Obi went to court, and the court turned it that it was Obi that won the election. So, if Tinubu is Obi is already in the court, if they swear Tinubu in on May 29, and court reverses the result, then Tinubu will get out of the office.
All right, Anayo, I do hope that he has answered your question.
Because not swearing somebody in by May 29 is going to cause a constitutional crisis.
Yes. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Is it Precious?
You. What's your
Is it
name and
Precious? Have you
location?
promised?
Hello, good evening.
Hello?
What's your name and location?
Yeah, is it promise? I want to make a comment more.
Sorry, this is not promise. Go ahead, please.
Is it okay? You know, one thing I want to say, promise. Last time I had people, accusing him of not allowing people to express their mind. They can't tell her what she will do there because she's under control, and there's a process in that media. Not everything you allow because the world are hearing the person. So please help me tell her that she should not be annoyed or angry. So I pity her. I was calling. Let me just tell her that she should go ahead with her work. The way she can be able to protect her work, let she protect, because to see a job in this country is very hard. Many graduates are there looking for a job. So my contribution on concern is, please, I want to just stay in Nigeria. Let everybody should come down and watch what they will do in that very day. If they are not going to sit for the court, no problem. If they are going to sit for the court, no problem. My own is that I just want to tell Nigeria that whatever they are doing is because they are life. If anybody sleep, no wake up, you're not going to even go anywhere. Even you are the media now, if you don't wake up and healthy, you can't go to your work. So that's the only thing I know. Nigeria is not paying us. They are not even care for us. We survive by the grace of God. So make everybody calm down, watching them. After all, since 1950, Nigeria got independent. We never see anything good come out from Nigeria. I'm telling you, promise, or whoever may be in the president now. So my own concern is that everyone should calm down. They say Naturumbu will go, They say Naobi will go, because all these things are already spoiled from day one. Since the INEC refused to give us the promise he made before ever the day. So what are Nigeria saying again? Please, all these things, I don't tire. I do listen. My name is Rosa from Isolo. Please, everyone should calm down and work that very day. They say on the 17th, if they see they didn't do any good this thing, no problem. Nigeria continue, Nigeria moving on. Because today now I survived by the grace of God. Thank you, man.
All right, thank you, Zo. I like your resolution. Everybody should calm down. I think that's good enough. All right, Peter Osiki, let's go ahead.
Yes, calming down, but there's a saying that there can never be peace without justice.
All right, sorry, please. Let's take this call. Hello, good evening.
Well, good evening.
Good evening to you. What's your name and location?
Yeah, I'm Victory. I'm calling from Lekki.
All right, Victory, go ahead.
What I want to say, there was a caller that was making a statement that they should, if people be pressurized or something, that you should make sure the person is present. I don't know what the caller was trying to say, but even though he made sure the person, I don't think he can do anything about it. So there's no need of him starting to mention the people. So that one he's making, I don't think it makes sense. And again, I just want to say, I want to ask a question, please. Please, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I have to ask a question. If it happens that they swear the wrong person on May 29, after they take the court, maybe the court decided to just, I don't know, because of Nigerian politics stuff, all those things like that, but I didn't pray for it. So it ended up him swearing out or saying the person is the winner, putting the wrong person, which is not the obedience. Okay? So I don't think, what can Nigeria do again? Is there anything Nigeria can do again?
All right, first of all, Victory, there's no wrong person. The president-elect is Asiwaju Tinubu, and that's not a wrong person, all right? So our analyst here will answer your question, all right?
Okay.
Well, there cannot be vacuum. P2B had gone to court to seek for justice. He felt that he was robbed of victory. So he had gone to court. On May 29, somebody will be sworn in to avoid constitutional crisis, because the tenure of the Buhari administration must end by May 29. If somebody is not sworn in, there's going to be a constitutional crisis. So P2B had gone to court to seek for redress or to seek for justice. So that's where we are at the moment.
All right, if you still want to join the conversation, the number to call is 0816-442-5875. 0816-442-5875. Don't forget we are streaming live on YouTube, so you can also join us via our YouTube channel, Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, madam.
Good
Once
evening.
again, Good evening, madam. Once again, I'm Nanko from
All right,
Sudbury.
Nanko, go ahead.
So I like your guest. He is talking maturely. You see, what I want you to understand is that politicians, they are politicians any day, anytime. You know, madam. And concerning the OB case with other politicians who contested that very day, I told people when they said they should come and sign the peace accord in Abuja the other time, when I saw the relationship between Obi and Tinubu that time, I was telling people that there is accord between these two people. And that accord materialized, whether you believe it or you leave it. You will see what will happen. At the end of it, you know, they will settle out of court, my dear fellow Nigeria. They will settle out of court. They are training Obi for future. That is what I want you to understand. So we Nigerians, we should put our mind at rest. Don't let us disturb ourselves. Politicians are politicians any day, anytime. What they want him to do, he has already done it. Because Tinubu knew that without Obi, there is no way for him to defeat Atiku. So they have done what we want. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Nako.
Yes.
Do you believe this?
That's his own opinion.
Okay.
That's his own opinion.
All right, let's take this call. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Please help us turn down the volume on your radio sets.
Okay.
Tell us your name and location.
My name is Isaac. I'm calling from Egbeda.
All right, Isaac, go ahead.
Yeah, I just walked in my room and I met the topic. And I think they are contributing concerning the election, the presidential election.
We're actually talking about what Peter Obi said on Wednesday, that he's being pressurized by APC-led government to go on exile. So that's what we're talking about.
Okay, I thought you guys are talking about the election.
No. Thank you so much.
Right.
So that is his own
opinion.
So I don't know if any accord or no accord.
Let's take this call, please. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening to you. What's your name and location? Your name and location, please.
Yeah, Chibok Obi is my name from Igombo.
Chibok, go ahead.
Yeah, I've had some people, some callers, and their opinions. Let me say this. Obi contested the elections. This election, or rather Nigerians contested Obi. Obi have no right. And I can tell you that Nigerians will sue him if he compromises.
Are you still there?
On Obi. Obi is not in this alone. The mandate stolen was Nigerians' mandate. Majority of Nigerians voted Obi, and Obi won clearly and squarely. Therefore, we are behind him. This mandate is a must, that it must be retrieved. Those that are saying that we should leave it and this and that, I don't agree with them at all. We can't continue to allow Nigeria to go down and down and down every year by year. Some people think that we are moving forward, but we are not moving forward. So one caller said, let's leave it and Nigeria continue to go forward. Nigeria has not been going forward. Nigeria has been going down and down. There's no upward movement. And so we can't continue doing the same thing over and over. I know my age now. It has been the same. Pray for Nigeria since 1960. We've been praying, and the more prayers, the more problems. The more bad rulers are taking over. We can't allow that to happen. Those that are pressurizing him are the same APC, because up till now, let me ask your guest there. I don't know if they have responded, APC and Tinubu, if they have responded to the court. As we have they, what is the outcome of that now? Is the court sitting? Is the court sitting? What is going on? And if at the end of the day, the time elapses that they didn't respond? What is the implications, the consequences? You see, so my own take is that Nigerians contested this election through Obi. Obi is not on his own. Obi cannot withdraw that case, and he cannot compromise. I can tell you that Nigerians will sue him. That I can tell you for free. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. What do you have to say? He said that this thing that is happening is not just for Peter Obi, it's the people's mandate. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
What's your name and location?
My name is Mr. Patrick. I'm calling from Lekki.
All right, Mr. Patrick, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm actually joining from YouTube. So immediately I saw him, I only heard what your guest was talking about. He was actually talking about a constitutional crisis. If the president-elect is not sworn in on the 20th May of May, that was next month. My opinion on that is that I think there is a constitutional crisis already, because the INEC should have put this into consideration before sworn in somebody who have not met the constitutional requirements. I'm speaking on the 25% in Abuja now. So I don't know how, although that's left for the court to decide anyway. And then for the pressure on Mr. Obi to leave the country, I think at this point it's not even possible. It's high time we Nigerians get to understand that obedient movement is beyond Labour Party. It's even beyond Mr. Obi himself right now. It is our man. Obi contested the presidential election through we the Nigerians. And whatever it is, even if you move Labour Party out of the way right now, we Nigerians will see demand for our mandate. So the earlier we understand it, the better for every Nigerian. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So the issue that these both scholars are talking about is that Obi cannot withdraw the case because it's the people's case, not just Obi's case.
Well, let me go back on the constitutional crisis.
All right, before you continue, let's take this one. Hello, good evening. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hello, this is Mama.
All right.
Hi, Miss Esther.
Calling us from where?
Calling from Ijota.
All right, go ahead, Esther.
Oh, please, what I would just want to say is that Obi should not go to anywhere, because this is the right time he has to fight for the country. All these stories are going on about people asking him to leave. He don't have to leave, because actually what he started, he has to finish. We all just have to pray for the country and just pray that God Almighty should make the rightful decision for us, not everybody. That's all I just want to say to Nigeria. We should not just be tired, because if we say want to take back and say these are used to be, the country will never change. It still keep on going the same way. So we just have to pray and just put everything in prayer. That's what I just have to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Esther, for your contribution.
Okay, so I want to talk about the constitutional crisis. Every government has its own lifespan. Every government has its own lifespan. And the lifespan of President Buhari's government will end in May 29, 2023. From May 2019 to May 2023. So a day after that, if nobody is sworn in, it's going to result to constitutional crisis. And in governance, or in government, there must be no vacuum. There must be no vacuum. If nobody is sworn, that's where this thing of interim government comes in. But if somebody if somebody is sworn in, then the person will now hold on until the court decides. If the court decides in the favor of somebody that was sworn in, he continues.
All right, please, let's take this call. Hello. All right, please go ahead.
So if the court decides in favor of the person that was sworn in May 2029, that's in May 29, the person will continue. If the court say no, that there should be another election would hold. Understand? But on May 29, somebody must be sworn in, otherwise there will be a vacuum. And in government, there's no vacuum.
All right, sorry. Let's take this. Hello. Hello. I think it's Please turn down the volume on your radio set. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Please tell us your name and your location.
My name is Mrs. Eze.
Mrs. Eze?
Yes, I'm calling for a go.
All right, please go ahead, ma'am.
Please, I had everybody's opinion. I had everybody's opinion. And one thing I want to tell you people there that I don't like the way when people is going on what he wants to say, which is people are listening, what the person is saying. You people will cut the person off. Not good. I don't like it. Like me now, if I want to say my opinion now, before I finish it or if I say 2 or 3 words, you people will cut it off. It's not right now.
It's network, not we. We don't cut people off here.
No. I notice it. I'm here listening to. It's not only today. Every time when people want to say so, we are in democracy. We are in democracy.
I'm sorry, ma. We don't cut people off. This is Voice of the People, where people's voices are heard. So we don't do that, ma. Go ahead and say your contribution.
Anyway, it's what I want to say. But last time I will call people and say my opinion. This is not just. I just want to put.
All right. Sorry, I'm sorry about that. But honestly, we don't cut people off. All right, Peter Anosike, you were saying something when the call came in.
Yeah, so I said that. Okay.
All right, sorry. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Please tell us your name and location. Good evening to you.
Good evening, ma'am. I'm calling from Italy. I want to make a contribution to what people are saying. I already listen to what is happening in Nigeria.
You didn't tell us your name, sir.
My name is Samson.
All right, Samson, go ahead.
Okay. So I want us to, concerning the pressure they give Peter Obi, concerning what is happening in Nigeria, I want Nigerians, they should remember, they think back what really happened. In 19, when they talk about interim government, concerning, what they call it, there is a crisis that time, why they use Shoneko. And again, they say, what is happening? Tinubu, they say he's winning the election, the president-elect. Tinubu is not winning. Let's something convince ourselves. The whole world see what happened in Nigeria. The election is bad. The pressure they give Peter Obi shows that Peter Obi wins the election. They know that if Peter Obi can withdraw the case, more crisis will happen in Nigeria. But as it is now, they should not swear in Tinubu, because when they swear in Tinubu, Nigeria will not more anymore. There is not going to be any Nigerian because everybody are tired.
Are you saying there should be a vacuum if Tinubu is not sworn in?
If they sworn Tinubu in, there's going to be a crisis in Nigeria. Nigeria will divide totally. Quote me right. In 1986, there is what happened also. There is things that happen within these politicians. When the big Shoneko for that is the interim government at time. But now, look at how what is happening in Nigeria. The division are very shown. When they're swearing Tinubu, Nigeria are very gone. There's no more Nigeria anymore. Because people will not listen to each of the other. Igbo will not listen to Yoruba. Yoruba will not listen to Hausa.
That is not the situation. That will not happen, Samson. There won't be any crisis if he's sworn in. The case is already in court, so there won't be any crisis.
Wait, madam. Because you are okay, you know what is happening. People that journalists, you people are okay. You don't know what is happening in the city. People that have been abroad, they are strong. We know what we are facing. The situation affects people that have been outside also. Let's put the person that is right there. The image of Nigeria, when Tinubu was sworn in as president, it damaged all Nigerians. Not only me, through all the Nigerians. you have bad record. Nobody is clean, but Tinubu record is bad. Thank you.
All right. Even if his record is bad, I don't think you have to say that. Okay. Let's go ahead, Peter Anosike. But we have a call. Let's take the call. Hello. Good evening.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening. Please help us turn down the volume on your radio set. Hello. All right. I think we lost the call. Please go ahead. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you. What's your name and location?
My name is Abdullahi. I'm calling from Oregon. Please, nobody should stay in Agege or Ajegule and begin to tell us he's in Italy and begin to pray for Nigeria to burn. Nigeria is not burning. We are united. The election result states that Ahmed Tinubu won the election. Whoever have any contrary opinion should go to court. And that is the system all over the world, including Italy, where he says he lives. See, you understand now? We are not doubting whether he's in Italy or in Ajegule, because he said that they are in Italy, they are feeling it. If you that is in a foreign country or in Europe is feeling heat, here we should burn, nothing is going to happen to this country. The election result has been given. Whoever have a contrary opinion should go to court. Obi does not believe that Nigeria will even wound, talk less of to burn.
Of course.
If Nigeria burn, who is he coming to govern? So we should not use our mouth to be drawing rain. You understand now?
Yes.
Nothing is going to happen. If it means we don't accept any interim government, the judiciary knows what to do. They can expedite action on the case before the tribunal. Simple and short. If they cannot finish, then we will not go to doctrine of necessity. Either Mr. Buhari should be given one month or 2 months, or we bring in the interim government. That is all, to settle with the conclusion of the case. But me, I'm quite a case will be determined, or anyhow, the election, whatever the constitution says is what they are going to follow. You win the election, Mr. Buhari is going home, they will swear him in. Simple and short. They should not just... See, and as far as I love the whole political parties, nobody should stay somewhere and begin to bring in wahala. We don't want it.
All right. Thank you so much.
For me, I want peace in Nigeria.
Of course.
There should be peace in Nigeria, because without peace, there will be no development.
All right. Let's take this one, please, before you go ahead. Hello. Good evening.
Hello. Yeah, good evening.
Your name and location, please.
Emmanuel speaking.
All right, Emmanuel, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to ask the people of the world or Nigeria, we are not the judiciary in this matter of election 2023. We are not the judiciary, we are not the tribunal. They know the truth. If they refuse to follow the truth, no problem. That's what I'm trying to say. No problem. Nigeria is not going to burn, or crisis will not come to Nigeria. The only thing is that the truth must stand. Whether they leave him, he may tarry, but he must stand. The tribunals, they are hearing the people, the voice of the people. So even the man that stood there now as a presenter.
All right, I think we lost the call. Let's go ahead.
Okay, so we want peace and development in the country.
Sorry, please. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you. What's your name and location?
My name is Chijok. I'm calling from Chijok.
All right, Chijok, go ahead.
My contribution is now they have never told Tinubu and once and country are now are very good for everything are very good. So what if they can throw him in? What Igbos are seeing in this Lagos? See how Igbos are suffering in this Lagos, and Tinubu have never entered. So what if you can't enter there? That means riots will be. And secondly, if Tinubu enter, so now that means
hello. All right, sorry about that. I think you need to call back to continue what you were saying. Hello, good evening. Hello. Hello, good evening. All right, let's continue our conversation.
So what I'm trying to say is that Nigeria will not burn.
Sorry. Hello, good evening.
I'm calling back.
All right, please tell us your name.
I'm the one that just called you from.
All right, go ahead.
So now, if the constitute Tinubu in for the state, that means Igbos are very suffering in Lagos State, on all the rural areas. So, and when things be like that, that means Biafra will start. Because Yorubas, they're very hate Igbos. They don't like Igbos at all.
Okay, sorry, you shouldn't be saying this. I'm sorry. Please, don't use that word. Nobody hates another. Let's go ahead, please.
Okay.
Hello, good evening. Please turn down the volume on your radio set so we can hear you clearly.
Hello.
Hello, good evening. Tell us your name and location.
My name is Nenna.
Okay.
I'm calling from Solo.
All right, Nenna, go ahead.
What I want to say is that, you see, all these opinions, people's mind, one thing you know that if Tinubu swear Tinubu in, people will not be happy. They will not be happy because they know the right person that will be there. People will not be happy. Even if we are in democracy, we will not like each other. Igbo will not like Yoruba. Yoruba will not like Igbo. Hausa will not like Igbo. Igbo will not like Hausa. If a small thing anything can burst word all out or annoy us. Nobody will listen to.
All right.
That's why the court is defined as the last hope of the common man. That's what the judiciary is, the last hope of the common man. So Peter Obi has gone to court. Atiku Abubakar is also in court. And that is what happens everywhere. When you contest election and you feel injured, you feel injustice, you go to court to seek for a redress. And that's what Peter Obi has done. That's what Atiku has done. So we should allow the court to take their decision. We shouldn't take laws into our hand.
Okay, let's take this call.
Hello,
good evening.
Yeah, my name is Ola from Agbara.
All right, Ola, go ahead, please.
Please, we should allow peace to reign in Nigeria. We should forget about as a person, I don't believe in politicians. You understand me?
Yes.
So I just need peace to reign. Either Obi, either Tinubu, whatever. Because all politicians are the same. They are just fooling us. We should allow peace to reign. That is my contribution. Thank you.
All right, don't worry. Peace will reign. All of us want peace to reign. All right, Peter Nosike, go ahead.
What these people don't know is that the rich don't fight themselves. It is the poor that fight themselves. So all these people, that's where they meet and drink. If I saw Atiku and Tinubu at Abuja International Airport, they hugged each other. Understand me? So these people are friends. Political parties are just
Can we take this call, please?
Okay.
Hello, good evening. Hello. All right, sorry about that. Go ahead.
So the day Atiku Abubakar met Tinubu at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, they hugged each other. Understand?
Yes.
So if Peter Obi meets Atiku or Tinubu now, they will greet very well. But it is the masses that are killing themselves, which to me is wrong. It's very, very wrong.
All right, sorry. Let's take this call. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening to you. What's your name and location?
My name still remains Abdullahi.
All right, Abdullahi, go ahead.
I'm about stepping into the plane. You see, exactly what is in my mind is what the speaker there just voiced out. It is the poor people. You know, poor people, they like to think negatively. The man who is still saying that Yoruba hate Igbo, his landlord, not the Yoruba. Not true. Now we should take it from there. He has rice where he eat this morning if he can be truthful. The woman that sold rice to him, that he ate it this morning, and the woman that sold minerals to him, not the Yoruba woman. It is the poor people that are thinking all this influence. There are some people that are so idle. Nigeria is a richly blessed country, and nothing is going to happen to this country. The norm, the system is going to be an election. There's going to be a winner. The loser, if he fails the other way around, he goes to court. Mr. Obi is an educated person. He has gone to court. So people should just go and relax. May 29, by the special grace of God, we are going to usher in a new, fresh government to be headed by President-elect Mr. Tinubu. Why the case in court will continue? If the case in court turns the other way around, whatever the outcome is, we the citizens, we abide by it. Are we not learned? We are not from Liberia or this small country. Nigeria is too big to go in flames. Nobody's playing that Nigeria is going to flames. Whoever has petrol in, whoever said that his hand is too busy or his hand is too violent, if they handcuff the hand, your hand will come down. That is it. If you say your hand can do wahala, if you triumph, if they handcuff the hand, or only you know. That is it. Do you think the businessman will pray that there should be a riot? I beg.
All right. Thank you so much for that contribution. Thank you so much. We do not want crisis. We want peace.
We want peace. We want peace. We want peace tonight, because without peace, there can never be development.
All right. Sorry. Let's take another call. Hello. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Calling from Isule.
All right. Your name, please.
Yeah, my name is Friday.
All right, Friday. Go ahead.
Yeah, please. I just want to say something concerning this man now. He said that Yorubas are not like Igbos. I don't want to know that thing. Sometimes you want to go and rent house, they say they don't want Igbo. True. Not all the Yorubas. Let me just tell you the truth. Even me, happened to me. When I went to rent house, it's my agent convince the man and tell the man I'm not the
We are digressing.
Yeah, so
here.
Now,
the topic at hand is Peter Obi going to exile.
Okay.
That APC-led government is actually pressurizing Peter Obi to go on exile.
Okay. Now he will not go exile. He will remain where he is. Nothing will happen to him. Nigeria knows about that. What I want to tell you, Mr. Obi, is that he have tried as a man, and the world has seen him as a person that is never. So if the tribunal decided to give Tinubu the winner, let him just go and rest. No problem, because it's when somebody's alive, he pursue tomorrow. That is my own concern. So anybody that's saying that if there will be crisis, there will be war, that is on his or her own cup of tea. So you that are in the media, no fear. Understand? Somebody threatening you are not allowed people to say their mind. I'm just telling you, not today Nigeria is going like this. If he wishes to be there, he will be there. He has tried as a man. He never deceived the world. He never disappointed the world. The whole Nigeria have seen that he's a man. So that is my own contribution. And the presenter, Oga, I don't know what they are trying to say. Just plain the statement very well to people to hear you. Don't be like this. Understand? What you are saying, I'm listening all this while. So please, I love everybody. I love Wazobia, and I love Voice of the People. I love the media.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. All right, go ahead, Peter Anosike.
I'm confused.
All right, let's take this call. Please don't be confused. Don't be confused. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening to you. What's your name and location?
My name is Maurice. I call back.
All right, Maurice, go ahead.
So as Mr. Abdullah said, if you can hear Mr. Abdullah very well, you may reason the type of person he is. This calling of trouble, making trouble, heaven will fall, are from one set of people, one group, one tribe of people in Nigeria. We are hearing them. We know their name, but they are calling. The others are who they are in every radio station. Let them be calling her for heaven to fall. If we fall, everybody is under it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please, nothing is happening. We want peace in Nigeria. Nothing is actually happening.
And there will be peace.
There will be peace.
Because without peace, there will be no development.
Sure.
And we want development.
Definitely.
So, this is VOP. People are saying their minds. But we still...
Can we take this call, please? Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, VOP.
Good evening to you. Tell us your name and location.
My name is Godfrey from Upaja.
All right, Godfrey, go ahead.
The people, like what I said last time, that this is APC country. And because the country belongs to them, that's why they are pressurizing P2B to leave the country. But what people I want advice is Nigeria police, which they are using them to commit evil. The people that I was a police, if I resigned from police, it's not much that you serve Nigeria as a police. When they send you to do the work that you wasn't trained for, can't you say you won't go or you resign? That somebody will go and tell police to serve as a thugs. Nigeria police will go and serve as a thugs. Somebody will go to market and buy something and carry soldier, put for motor as escort because of police, not because of armed robber. Nigeria police have become problem to us. I was a police before. And this is what made me to resign from police. Let them be sure that the people the politicians that we are using them, they are capable of flying out of the country when problems occur. But police doesn't have money to leave the country. They will face the music, and they will reap what they show. I rest my case. God bless VOP.
Thank you so much for resting your case. God bless you too. Thank you so much.
Well, what he is saying about police, I know that police don't have a separate market. Police don't have a separate filling stations. Police don't have separate schools for their children. So they are also feeling what other Nigerians are feeling.
Let's take this call, please. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, good evening, good evening.
Good evening to you. Tell us your name and location.
My name is Yemi from K2.
All right, Yemi, go ahead.
I just want to appreciate all those that does not want Nigeria to follow. Because I was still young when my father was transferred to Onitsha after the Civil War. I know what happened there. Serious, those people that is talking about Nigeria to fall, Nigeria to bring war, they have not seen the Civil War. If they see the Civil War, they will not even say we should go on to war. We have our God sitting down in the heaven that can help us to settle this matter. The matter of the Yoruba don't like Igbo, don't like Hausa. The Yoruba Igbos are staying in Lagos and they are making their ends. Those people that have good business in Lagos, none of them will say the heaven should fall. And we have Yorubas in East. Those ones there, they cannot say heaven should fall. They should not use their mouth to be pushing Peter Obi. Peter Obi knows the right thing to do. And he has gotten to the right way. And let's wait and let the court judge what they want to judge for us. And it's 4 years. Even if they said it's Ashwaju, after the tenure of 4 years, it will go as we close our eye 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. And it will go, another person will come in. But for us to say Nigeria should fall, we should kill ourselves. Those people that have been killed during the election, what happened? Life still continue. Those that were killed during the life still continue. Even the MK Abiola, the people that were killed that time, life still continue. Only their mother that I'm pitying, because a mother knows what it is for somebody child to die. A man will still get to, if the woman is old, a man will get another person to get children. But woman knows that we should not die. It is not easy for a woman to carry belle. If you are having a mother of 80 years and you are 60 years, your mother will still be carrying you like a baby. They should please let the peace reign. Don't let us talk about war. War is not easy.
Talking about war.
I rest my case. So
Thank you very much for
want
resting your
peace.
case. Nobody's talking about war. All right, thank you, Yemi, for that. Nobody is actually talking about war, right?
Yes, no more war. We don't want war in Nigeria. And
I've not experienced it, but I heard tales.
as the woman said, war is different from riot.
It is.
War is a different thing from riot. Riot could be 1 day, 2 days.
Of course.
War is a different ball game. And those who have seen war can never pray for another war.
Of course. Please, let's take this call. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you. Tell us your name and location.
Okay, my name is AY. I'm calling from Benue, Ayo.
All right, AY, go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much, and thanks for the job you guys are doing there. First, let me clear an issue. Nobody is praying for war or conflict, because actually, nobody even actually wins after war. That's just the plain truth. But just as the analyst said there, the truth is there's no peace. If there's no justice, there won't be peace. Let's keep that in mind. And let's go to the root cause of all these problems. Sorry to digress a little bit, but just to get the main point. And it's INEC that has put us into this problem that we are now. In any sane word, my sister, the INEC chairman kept on saying that this result will be transmitted live. Even when there were rumors that we're hearing that they are not going to transmit this, he came out to debunk it that we are going to do this. Can you get me? And he didn't keep to his words. People are crying, for crying out loud, this result to be transmitted. Is it Labour's result alone that will be transmitted, or PDP? It's for the whole political party. And people called you to it like, you promised, can you give it a time, revisit this? He said you should go to court. People are now, with the incidents they've had with the court, that no, if there's a Yoruba proverb that says, if you fight with your brother and tell him to go to court, you already know what it means. You didn't do all the things that you promised us, Nigeria, that we should do. And you expect that people will not voice out. And you expect that there will be peace. If INEC chairman has played his role well and ensured that there's justice, he kept to the integrity of his word. We won't be discussing this today. We won't be in the court. In addition, this 25% that led to this same court issue, before the election, former NBA, is it president or their chairman, or Dr. Olisa, he wrote to chairman, this issue of 25%, can you clarify it to us? He didn't get a response till now. And you expect that there will be justice. My sister, I can't slap you and expect you that you keep short now. We are tired of this. Nigerians are tired. And people are voicing out. Some people are sitting there like trying to shut them up that they should not say anything. It cannot work. It cannot work. If you want the peace to reign in Nigeria, keep to those words that you are saying. Keep to those words that you are saying. Let peace reign in Nigeria. It's only when there is justice that peace will reign. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and send our warm greetings to people of Benue State.
Yeah.
Well, I am happy with what he said, because it is
course.
INEC that is causing all these hits in the country. If they had conducted a credible election, we wouldn't have been discussing what we are discussing now. Yakub fooled us. That's why all these things are coming up.
All right, sorry, let's take this one. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you. Tell us your name and location.
My name is Smart Oladejo. I want to contribute on this obese matter. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Good. You see, all these things happening is because politicians want to get us divided. They bring up some rhetoric, ethnic, and all manners in order to get the masses divided. And that shouldn't be. The election is no war. It's just a means of choosing your leaders, those people that are competent, who has character, and can actually take you to the next level. It's just a means of doing that. That's what election is all about. So, but all these rhetorics, people putting here and there, obese that, obese this, it's just to make us completely, it's just to make us completely get out of focus, remove our attention from the main issues and focus on what is not. The issues and everything, they are in court. Why can't they allow the matter to rest? Why can't they allow the judges to go ahead and do their own work? So for me, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes. Hello, for me, I feel politicians just want us divided in this country. And for my Igbo brothers who are claiming that somebody hates them, there are more obedient Yorubas than even the Igbos themselves. Please let them all know that. Yorubas, we are learned people. We know what is right for us. There are more people who even more Yorubas have voted for Obi more than even Tinubu. So nobody should come and tell us Yorubas hate Igbo, this and that. This is the way of politicians trying to divide us completely, trying to make us not focus on the real issues, but focus on what is not. So that's my contribution on that.
All right, thank you, my brother. And actually, I think Peter Obi said that obedient movement is not about tribal or religious movements.
Well, obedient movement to me is an ideology for those who believe in that ideology. And he said that he's just a focal point or the arrowhead of that ideology. Movement. So obedient movement is not a tribal or a religious movement, according to Peter Obi.
Yes. All right, let's take this one. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening
This
to you. Sorry, tell us your name and location.
Yeah, this is Chibogo.
All right, please turn down the volume on your radio set.
All right. Yeah, can you hear me now?
Very well. Go ahead.
Yes, I thank the last two callers. I agree with them in total. It's not the issue of who hate who. Nobody, like the second to the last caller said, nobody is praying for Nigeria to go down. War, bloodshed is not what anybody with his same mind will pray for. But you see, first thing first, if there's going to be peace, if there's going to be unity, if there's going to be love among us, then equity, justice must be in place. Just like somebody said, you can't beat a child and say you should keep quiet. No, that child will cry. In Nigeria, we've been deceiving ourselves over the years. Let us unite. Unity. There's not going to be unity without fairness, justice, and just consider in a house, in a family, you treat some children separate, you treat the other side, differently, and then you won't expect those children to be murmuring, to be angry. That's the case of Nigeria. So the point is that nobody is praying for Nigeria to burn. We are all here. Some of us, we don't have the privilege of flying outside if anything happens. But we are saying that our mandate, obedience all over the nation gave to Labour Party and Mr. Peter Obi must be retrieved. Everybody knew he won that election squarely. Everybody knew. And up till now, I ask your guest question, and I've been waiting, listening to hear him make comment regarding it. I've not had anything.
Repeat your question, please.
The question I asked before was, what is the situation of the court case now? Has APC and Tinubu responded? We want to know, and what happened if the time frame elapses and they didn't respond to that? What happened next? What happened next? And for the last caller that said something was correct. Obedient movement, Yorubas are more. I can even tell you. What the guy said is true. So when it comes to obedient movement, tribe is not every Hausas, Yorubas, Igbos, Sefik, and all the rest of the tribe, including Fulanis. Everybody is part of obedient. And that's why nobody will be able to shut obedient down. It's not about Igbo something. It's not about politicians know how to use tribes, tribalistic, to divide people. We know. And I can tell you that even in Yoruba land here in Lagos, majority of Yorubas voted Obi, no doubt about that. And no doubt, I am sure about it. So, but what we are saying is that justice must prevail. The man that collected money and rigged the election should be the one we should focus. And while we are talking, the court that our principal has gone to. We are not hearing what is going on. No news. That's why I'm asking your guests, what is going on? Let us hear what is happening there.
All right,
if they have refused to respond and the time elapses, what is the next thing for us to do?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ibog.
Well,
Thank you.
for the case, Bola Tinubu and the APC have been served. They have been served. So it is left for the court to fix a date. The case was P2B filed its case within the constitutional time. So everything is in order. And those who are supposed to be served have been served. Tinubu was served through the APC headquarters. So the court process will go on.
All right, Chibogo, I think that answers your question. Okay, if you're just joining us and you do not know the phone number to call, the number to call is 0816-442-5875. This is the Voice of the People 90.3 FM, where your voices can be heard. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. All right, please do call us back, 0816-442-5875. All right, it's just that the P2B issue is taking over the conversation.
Dominating the conversation.
Because if not, we have other issues to talk about here. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening to you. Please help us turn down the volume on your radio set.
Okay, I've gone out of the radio.
All right, tell us your name and location.
My name is Mr. Oji from Lagos.
All right, Mr. Oji, go ahead.
People are calling, or one political party are calling for P2B to go exile. I don't know. Why are they calling to go to exile?
Are you asking a question?
Yes, ma. If you can answer me.
Okay, just make your contribution. We'll react to your question.
Okay. About, I think the three people that called before me are saying something about justice and equity and the peace to reign in Nigeria.
Yes.
I think before, if there is no justice, I don't think there will be peace. Peace reigns where there is justice and equity. And when you are treating some people differently and you are treating other people differently, my sister, I don't think at that arena, that place, there won't be any peace. So nobody likes war. Nobody wants disaster. We know what happened. If we didn't know, if we witnessed, we are told a story of what happened between 1967 and 70. What happened? Maybe then I think then I was still very small. My father lost many things. The same thing to my uncles. So when you see all these things, I don't think one can be calling for war. But what we are saying is, if you have my thing and I tell you to give me my thing, you refuse. What next will I do? What next will I do? Then when you do not give me my thing, I won't be happy with you. Nothing will make me to be happy with you because you are withholding what belongs to me. So what we are saying is here now is let there be justice. And when there is justice, automatically there will be peace. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I think that it is within the judiciary to ensure there's justice.
I agree with him. Without justice, there cannot be peace. Any peace without justice is just peace of the graveyard. People are being subdued. Any peace without justice is people are being subdued. People are being forced to keep quiet. And for those who want to see war, they should look at Ukraine.
Sorry, Peter, nobody wants to see war.
No, they should look at Ukraine.
All right, let's take this call, please.
They should look at Ukraine.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you. Tell us your name and your location.
Yeah, this is Dominic calling from Austria.
All right, Dominic, go ahead.
Yeah, I just listened to your program now. It was so interesting. Thank you very much. You are doing well. Yeah, my issue is that it's pressure for people to leave the country. You know, there's something we in Nigeria don't understand in life. You cannot beat a child and ask him not to cry. It's not possible. For instance, as you are now, I parked my car outside of my compound. Tomorrow morning, you stole my car, for instance. And I saw the car in your compound, and the car was looking very neat. You are taking care of it. Should I say because you are maintaining my car, that I should leave it for you because you are maintaining it? No. A criminal is a criminal. What you are trying to say is that P2B, Atiku, Tinubu, no problem whatsoever that way, but you must be free and fair. We want to see how the result, because how INEC came into that number and declaring winner is what we want to do. It's not, let me give an example. I just want to make one simple example for you. When we are in school, they will tell you that if you write maybe WAEC, you have to make English. You need 7 credits and English, for instance. And when you make 8 credits and you do not make English, you have to go and write the exam or write GCE. So when the Constitution says you have to make 25% in 24 states and Abuja, those who wrote those constitutions are not foolish. If they want to make it, you have to make 24 states in the 26. You have to make 25% in 25 states. People have ended there. Why did they put and? This is the question we in Western country want to know. And INEC did not explain. We asked INEC this question before the election. INEC, clarify us on this and, because we saw what is going to happen. We knew that the two parties, big party can never win Abuja. We saw the rejection already. We asked this question, and the INEC was like trying to judge the question without any clarification. So any threat on Obi to leave the country, we Nigeria in diaspora are more than 20 million. We will revolt back against the country. So let them be aware of that. We are the one who remunerates more money to the country that they to progress. So we know how to deal with the country called Nigeria. If anything happened to P2B, I believe that the country will know that this is not 1967. This is the new millennium time. If we can hold the country down for 3 years, from 1967, 1970, without help of any country in the olden days, not to talk about this modern world, then it's not going to be easy. So Nigeria should be very careful the way they handle that P2B. Thank you very much. That is my question.
All right, thank you, my brother. Our regards to people in Austria. Thank you so much for that contribution. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good afternoon, my lovely sister in the house.
Well done, my brother. Tell us your name and your location.
In fact, I'm from Tunde Chitu, but I'm based in Adekiti, but I just come to Lagos now for a lot of things. In fact, I listen to a lot of people that are calling on radio program. In fact, they are giving good contribution. Let's say reality. We need justice in this country. Me, I'm a Yoruba. Let me tell you something. I don't believe in this present government. In fact, because they have money, they have connection, they are just doing anyhow. See the way we do election in Ekiti. Come and see the way they are beating another tribe because they want Yoruba to be there. Is there a country? We are tired of all these things. We need justice. We can't be moving like this. All this idea of this present government is not working unless we are fooling ourselves. What I want to tell Obi is that Obi don't go to anywhere. Stay in Nigeria. I know that by 2023, all the Nigeria will still come out and they vote for him. The way things are going on, we are not doing election. If we have power, I mean the president, INEC chairman will be in prison the way I'm talking to you. And they have cancelled all this election. They are not doing election in this country. Come and see the way they are using people to terrorize people for not going out to come and vote. What country is this one? People are free, people are doing this thing. That's why I don't believe in politicians. What all the things that they politicians say is corruption, and they like defeating us too much. I don't pray for war because during the M. Abela, I see the way they kill a lot of my friends in Ibadan. When they are protesting, when they are saying that what the army are doing is wrong. But what I know is that Nigeria stand, we are one. But I know that one day we get leaders that will unite us. But the way we are going on, we are just paparazzi. So the way things are going on. And in Lagos now, I'm looking for us to settle down. Most of the Yoruba people say they don't want to give people out. Why? And they will be saying that we are one Nigeria, one Nigeria. We are not one Nigeria. Until we have good leaders that can unite us. But my own is that Obi don't go anywhere and say, I know that one day, truth will come in this country. But the way they are doing this country, because of what Yoruba want to work, we don't want to say truth. When we are small, Yoruba say truth. But now, Yoruba, we are too lying. I mean, Yoruba, we lie too much. I don't like the way we are thinking. But one day Nigeria will get there. Obi don't go anywhere. And they'll be there to unite. So normally I don't vote for Obi. For Obi, we unite. But I know that 2023, everything will come right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I love your resolution. One day it will be better. What do you think? All right, sorry. Before you go ahead, let's take this call. Hello, good evening. Hello. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Olayinka. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Olayinka, where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Belgium.
Okay, Belgium. Go ahead.
Yeah. My contribution is we have already lost justice in Nigeria. Because, let me start from here. Okay, see MC Oluomo and the Igbo chief, I forget the man's name. Now they arrest the chief, but they don't arrest MC Oluomo. And what MC Oluomo say is even worse than what the man said. Because the man is not threatening anybody. He's just saying that if these people, before they come to them to attack them, if they know that them too have somebody to protect them, they will think twice. It's this that said, if you don't vote for APC, this will happen. And we saw it happen. We saw it. So, there is no justice there. And you want peace to reign. And you want to heal. Without justice, there's no healing. There's no healing. I'm a Yoruba woman. There's no healing. Our leaders, they have already failed us. They are the pillar of the problem because they have money. And our police join them. It's only God can save us. Only God can save us. And we pray God should deliver Nigeria from the hand of the wickedness.
All right. Thank you very much. He will deliver us and send our warm greetings to people in Belgium. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Hello, good evening. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Tell us your name and location, please.
My name is Chike. I want to contribute to the program.
Chibike, tell us where you're calling us from.
I'm calling from Mozambique.
All right, go ahead, Chibike.
Yeah, if you watch what is happening in Nigeria, the 2023 election did not disappoint like that because it exposes so many things. At least it gave a scale to the level of practices, the level of manipulation in our electoral system. In fact, in the whole system. In fact, the people that have been handling our government for a very long time, there was a clear exposure to the level of evil that have been done in this country. 2023 exposed that. If you can watch, there have been barrage of attacks on Peter Obi. That wasn't Peter Obi, that was Obedient Movement. This movement is just about Nigerians who want change. The youth, it wasn't even only the youth and every other women in Nigerians that want change, that want something to happen in this country. This particular latest attack, leave the country, voice, maybe recorded calls and all that, those things is to stifle the effect of Obedient Movement, the effect of this particular call for a new Nigeria where people will be held accountable. People don't want that to happen. This is exactly the lifeline of the status quo that is on right now. The lifeline is use us anyhow, rule us anyhow, and still come back, manipulate the system and still come back to the system. But we want a different Nigeria. Anybody, it's not about Igbo, it's not about Yoruba, it's not about Hausa, anybody that want Nigeria, for us to hold people who, for what you have said today, we remind you tomorrow yesterday. This is the kind of country that we want. So all these the shenanigans, they are not going to work. Let everybody be on ground. In the presidential election, people were on ground. So much of what happened gubernatorial election did not happen in the presidential election. If you watch, everything went back to how they used to do things. It became PDP and APC. In the presidential, it wasn't like that exactly. Only that they deliberately took what they wanted. But I know God will not allow them. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And don't forget to send our greetings to people in Mozambique. Hello. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. How you doing, ma'am?
I'm fine, thank you. Tell us your name and location.
I'm calling from Houston, Texas.
All right, you didn't tell us your name.
Yeah, I was just calling to give my 2 cents about what's going on in Nigeria.
All right, go ahead, please.
The politicians in Nigeria doesn't realize what they're doing. Most of this money they claim that they have is revenue that comes from the people from diaspora. These are their game they're playing. For once, can it just do a bet, just make Nigeria better for everybody? Why does it have to be them and their family? With all the private money they have, buried on the ground, buying houses, what's the end of it? Why can you make the country better for all the rest of Nigerians? I mean, I don't understand what's so bad. Is it a curse that you cannot provide Medicare, all those things for your citizens? I don't understand it. I don't know. All these things they're doing, I don't understand it. You already got the money. You're wealthy, you got a private jet. What else do you want? You have several houses in America, in British, whatever. What else do you want? The people are tired. They want a better life. Why Nigerians politicians can see this? What's going on with them in that country? We run away for that country to survive. Now we want to come back home. You don't want us to come back home. You're making everything so hard for us. What is going on? Are they this wicked? Killing people all because of election. I'm a Lagosian, but my parents are from Edo. And you come and Moyibo. What's that? Are we not all Nigerians? What's going on with these guys? Anyway, thank for the time. I'm just upset. I don't understand it.
You don't have to.
Can't you see that the country is so tired? Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And send our greetings to people in Texas. All right. It's quite frustrating, I understand. But let's get back to Nigeria because we've been in diaspora. Let's get back to Nigeria. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you. Tell us your name and location.
My name is Suleiman. I'm calling from Apapa.
All right, Suleiman, go ahead.
I just want to beg Nigerians, please, let us be not so emotional about all these things. See, we are just calling crisis. You call, you say you are in diaspora. You feed us here, we living here. You want to come back home. Somebody call your sister and say, you know, them in diaspora, they are over 20 million, they know how to deal with this country. But that makes sense for God's sake. For God's sake, you have license to protest.
Sorry, sir. Can you please make your contribution? Make your contribution.
How can the people be calling this, started abusing the whole 200 million people?
Nobody is abusing anybody. Nobody is abusing anybody.
We are listening since now. People are listening now. Nigerians are listening now.
Nobody is abusing. People are frustrated. People are venting out
if you are frustrated, you see, let me tell you something. If you are frustrated, if you are angry, we all are living in this country. I would have frustrated too. But we are swallowing our emotion. But for you to be raising this kind of voices for other people. Some people are on the street. They don't even know what they want to hear what you are saying so that they will act. If this country catch fire, it will catch on all of us here. That's not the way. The case is already in court. We all know that. So let's wait for the court. Yeah, somebody called and say if the sweat will be in, this country will divide into this country will be no more.
We stopped the person.
Come on. This is a radio station. This is not social media. This is a radio station.
Actually, we stopped the person. If you actually listen to us very well, there are things we don't take here. So once you call and make such comments, we stop you. And that was what the other woman called in and said we don't allow people to express themselves. These are why we don't allow people to express themselves in the way they go about expressing themselves. Please. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening to you. Tell us your name and location.
My name is Godfrey from Ibadan.
All right, Godfrey.
I want to comment on the last caller. The last caller, if you are a really good Nigerian, you can't be saying what you are saying. You are APC, and it's very clear that Nigeria has become.
Sorry, sir. I'm sorry. Please make your contribution. Do not attack somebody.
You people have failed us, and you can't pretend that you never fail. You have failed us, and you cannot keep quiet. You cannot keep quiet. You have failed, and you cannot keep quiet. So if we are believing that wherever you are, that you will be safe, we know all of you and knows where you people live. And when you
sorry, we can't continue this conversation like this. Sorry, please. When you call in, make your contributions.
There should be civil.
Yes,
There should be civil.
Do not attack somebody. We all have rights to our opinion. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you. Please turn down the volume on your radio set.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, better. Tell us your name and location.
Okay, my name is Emmanuel. I'm calling from Ilasa.
All right, Emmanuel, go ahead.
Okay, I will just beg every Nigerian. I have been listening to voices and the lamentations, but I believe that one day we'll go from the place of lamentation to the place of song for Solomon. I believe so.
Yes.
I want to believe that if the good things that are needed are done, those who structure this constitution we are using now are the major fraudsters. And that is why we are having to defraud ourselves with reckless abandon. Yes, because if you don't expect to have a hole on the wall and you expect not to have a lizard inside that hole. But in as much as I believe in the country called Nigeria, I believe that Nigeria is just a place, but the people therein are that Nigeria we talk about. And then the progression and the betterment of Nigeria is from the character and the attitude and the attributes that those who call Nigerians portray. I want to think if the petroleum ministry is really independent from government, from the executive, will there be this urge for wanting to be local government chairman, state governor, president, and what have you? No. If truly the judiciary and the Nigerian police is truly independent, will there be a need for wanting to be a governor so you can use all these things against those who have the good interest of the state or the communities at heart? I would say no. If there is independence within the local government and other parastatals, will there be a rush to want to become local government chairman? The answer would be no. If there is removal of immunity for every executive occupying from local government to president, would there be a rush to buy forms to become a local government chairman or a president? The answer would be no. So the constitution is what has given, because whoever pays the piper will always dictate it. There is no independence in any of these appointed parastatals that are directly under the supervision of the federal government or under the supervision of the executive. You can't have a free and fair in anything because it's a winner take all. That is how the constitution has drafted Nigeria. And that is why those who are hungry.
All right. Thank you so much for that extensive contribution. I think we'll take this call and then Peter Osike will take us through the last statement. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you. Tell us your name and your location.
My name is Ishaya Kwajafa from Ikeja Cantonment.
All right, Ishaya, go ahead.
Yeah, the way people have been parabolating on this election issue, I think people knows what to do. The court has the final say. And now our people are parabolating others will be a riot or this, they should stand up and fight for
that. Nobody's saying that.
Then what is going on? Let's us allow the court to take its own course. Court to decide what to do. They have all go to court. Then we should wait for the outcome. Why are we wasting our time? Parabolating, talking here, this, that. It's uncalled for. So that's my stake.
Thank you very much, Ishaya. Thank you for that stake. Even Peter Obi said everyone should remain calm, that will take the legal process. And he has started it, so we all are calm. All right, let's take this one. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening to you. Tell us, Cinema, your location.
Yeah, my name is Sunday. I'm calling from Godo.
All right, Sunday, let's hear you.
Yeah, what I want to contribute is about the people that are making calls. See, the way they are going about this is it's not going to help many people. Because some of them, the way they are just calling and talking, I need this radio station. They should mind the way they should be talking on radio station.
Okay, make your contribution,
this is not
contribution.
So I just want to warn, this is a radio station. This is not a bad parlor talk.
All right, so please, when you call us, make your contribution. Quickly make your contribution. We all know this is a radio station, and we are trying to calm people down. All right? Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening to you. Tell us your name and your location.
I always remain Morris.
Okay.
People are doing those things. They are talking anyhow they like, and you are hearing it. It's like...
All right, Peter Nosike, let's go ahead.
We have so many issues to discuss today, but the P2B own case overshadowed everything.
It's dominating the conversation.
Dominated the conversation, but next week, Saturday, between 4 and 6, we are also going to be here to discuss the major issues that trended during the week. And as we'll be talking, we want everybody to keep your comments civil. Cool your temper. We know that Nigerians are angry. Nigerians are angry, not just Nigerians, everywhere in the world. So as we are talking, keep your comments civil. Don't abuse anybody. Just air your own views, share your own opinions. Don't insult anybody. We don't take that in VOP. VOP has given you a voice to air your own opinion. It doesn't mean that you should be attacking or insulting or inciting people. It is not accepted in this radio station. So if you are talking, be civil.
All right. I think this will be the last call for today. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Tell us your name and your location.
Okay, my name is Daniel. I'm calling from Idimu.
All right, Daniel, let's hear you.
Okay, we know that this is a radio station. People are angry, very, very angry. And some people are questioning people that what they're saying. People are voicing out their anger. And one of the reasons it's happening that way is because they have lost, trust on both the judiciary and the government. In fact, in a country where things work well, people will not be behaving this way. But because they feel that they have to take whatever they want to take by force, because they don't believe in the judiciary, they don't believe in the government, because of previous things that have been happening in the country. So we all understand that. You see, this is not about any tribe. It is not about any political party. This is about Nigerians trying to take back their mandate and trying to take back the country, because the politicians have actually dealt with the people of the country. So we need to take back this country from them and let the country become what it's supposed to be. And there are so many Yorubas who are not happy about Amanibo man. There are so many Yorubas who are not happy about the happening, about the election. And just like one of the Yoruba callers said, that we should hold the umpire that conducted the election responsible, because they are actually the major problem. If they have done what they promised to do, this wouldn't have been this way. But because they promised us, they gave us an hope that we should come and vote, and our votes will count. And at the end, it didn't count. So that is one of the reasons why people are angry. So we all know that. But at the same time, people should be cautioned and should not just take laws into their hands. Thank you. And well done for the good job. Well done for the good job.
Thank you so much. That's a good way to say thank you to our listeners. And thank you to you all who participated in the conversation. Same time next week, we'll be bringing another interesting conversation on the things that trended during this week, exactly at 4 p.m. So do have a date with us. And we want to thank Peter Nosike so much for his beautiful analysis, the way he handled it today. And that's how we do it here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. My name is Biblas Chidi, and I'm saying do have a pleasant evening.